of monetizing what you have, even though you have financial pressure. There are people here that don't want to do anything for free. Nothing for free. I took a digital marketing training. Sometimes that's their mentor, asked us to do it, and I went and I called, I did that. So when you're talking about pitching all that, I say, wow, you know what I'm saying. But now, you see people that don't want to do anything for nothing. They want to get something. For them, maybe they have financial pressure. So when do I know, or how do I know when to begin to place a price, maybe on my gift, on my talent? I mean, you were good at writing because you developed yourself, and I like that. If they say, I cannot write, I mean, you have this spirit, I can do anything. And I think that's what the first degree should do for anybody.
Yes, sir.
What you take out of LabTech, or out of any first degree, is not the certificate, but the making, the wiring that you can sit on your own and learn anything. So, but let's just go straight to it now. When do you know, or how do you know when to start placing a price on what I want to do for people? Is there something I must have done before? Is there a reputation I must have had with them and all that made them willing to pay? So please address that.
Okay, in social media marketing, there is need for you to give out value first, very, very important, and place yourself as an authority in that niche. I'll do a recap. In social media marketing, there is need for you to give out value first and place yourself as an authority. People listen to someone who knows, not one guy is just standing here and saying something that is not even relevant and stuff like that. That is how it works. If you don't give out value, okay, let me cite this example. If you are a serious-minded guy and you are looking for a woman to marry, would you just go to the street and meet a beautiful lady and say, oh, you know what? You are beautiful. Come home with me. I want to sleep with you. Is that what you're going to say? Definitely no. Definitely no. Except the lady is a prostitute, which of course you have to pay for itself, even if you want to. Except the lady is a prostitute. That is how you should approach, especially when you are doing it online. They don't know you, and there are a lot of scammers online. You understand now? So you're just saying, come and invest. They don't know you. Why do I do live? Why do I do Facebook Live always? So that they can relate with me. I share my stories online so that they can connect with me. They need to know you. They need to like you before they can buy from you. So when they already know you've actually met the lady, you collected a number, you started sending her messages, you understand, not love messages now. Okay, how are you? Are you eating today? You know all those stuff now. Okay, oh, your hair is beautiful, blah, blah. What church do you attend? You engage with the person. With time, then you can now switch. Oh, babe, you know I love you, and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, giving value is important, but at some point, you have to monetize it. But you don't monetize immediately. Nobody is going to listen to you. They are going to call you a scammer. Definitely.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I actually dodged a question. I don't want to bring up any emotion, but somebody wrote it again. Issue of forgiveness. Have you forgiven Mom?
Yes, I have.
Good. Was it easy? What did you do? Can we celebrate? Let's celebrate. Now, how did the Lord help you to heal the wound? Where there are some now, let me say this, let me be straight with this now. There are people listening to you, whether here in the summit or online, that are deep hurt for their parents. Mommy left, or daddy left, or whatever. Or the first boyfriend that is fighting me when I was all manners of fault. And they want to hear you help them. How can they forgive?
Barrister Hayo Madoku that sponsored my sister to school and sponsored me to Yaba College of Technology. Saw what we were going through. He knew we were deeply hurt. He had spoken to my aunt before, and he knows that my aunt wasn't happy at all. So when I was staying under his roof, he brought up the discussion, and I wept bitterly in front of him because I said I don't want to have anything to do with her again. That when we were having that conversation, I still had nothing. I was still nobody. Do you understand? But I just told him that she does be. After all, she didn't look back. Because what me and my siblings always say is that, oh, our motto the most important thing is to work very hard and probably tell her that you can't look on about something like that. But Barrister sat me down. It was a very, very long conversation. He started quoting Bible. He said, the Lord said that if you don't forgive people, how can He also forgive you? Mm-hmm. You want your Heavenly Father to forgive you and you don't want to. Then he told me something. He said he understands that there are some characters or attributes in us that we don't like, and as a matter of fact, because of how God has brought us and raised us, we might not still be able to relate with her. I mean, getting close to her, that is what I mean. You understand? He said, but it is imperative, it is paramount, it is a command. It is not something that, oh, you have to think about. It is an instruction from God that you have to forgive if you want your Heavenly Father to forgive you. So I told myself that, okay, no problem. I'll forgive her. Then I did.
Can we appreciate that? Oh, and how did you feel after forgiving her? Free, light?
I felt okay, but at the same time, don't let me lie, at the same time, she got to know that I'm doing well in my business, and her attitude is not encouraging. It makes me to always remember the past.
Okay.
You understand? Take for instance, a mother who left you when you were just in nursery 2, and somebody that is not even blood related to you took it upon himself to sponsor you to school, and the person knows that you are doing well and has never for once called you to even send 500 naira, and this same woman just got your number randomly and sending you messages to send money. And because you've forgiven her, you decided to send the money, and that was all. You understand? The next time you are seeing her call again, she needs another money. You understand? And it makes me to feel like, does she even understand the gravity of what she has done? Yes, I have forgiven her, but the people that even put in their all to sponsor all of us, Barrister took care of my younger brother. He's also a graduate now. He sponsored him, and he never requested for 1 naira. Not even a Happy New Year message. Not even, how are you? How are you doing? How is your business? At some point, I had to block her. That's true. I don't like to. I had to block her. Then my elder sister in Offa, she started calling my elder sister that, oh, I'm trying to reach your sister. Her number is not going blah blah like that. Then my elder sister called me. What happened? Your mom said she has, not my mom, your own mom. Your own mom. But because Barrister had spoken to her too about it, and she had decided to let go, she's trying to play that sisterly model, you understand? And I unblocked her. When she has, I send her money, but I'm not happy.
All right, now, what I know about forgiveness is this: that if I carry a hammer, sledgehammer, and I hit somebody on the head, maybe by 15, 14 thereabout, yes. Now, at the time of that, few days, 1 month after, when he looks into the mirror, he sees the wound. It's painful. It's hurting. But when the wound is healed, he looks into the mirror. He sees the scar, but he does not feel the pain. So we'll be praying for it, and we trust in God. Now, when it comes to mental relationship, the quality of the lives of both parties involved determines the quality of the healing. So if the other person's mind is not upgraded as yours, there will still be a little problem here and there. But then God is always able to help us with a higher dimension of thinking our mind to cope with that, so that even when we see the scar, even if the same person is pressing it, we are not feeling okay. And the Lord will help you in Jesus. Somebody say amen. Amen. Now just to wrap up with this, some of the questions we have answered, we have asked you. Now this one is talking about the issue of your mind, your self-esteem. Before you add the billions, your mind was rich. Before your pocket or your account became, in quotes, rich. You came out of offer. And all those struggle, somebody said, how did you put up the offer thing? Another person saying, how did you get rich in your mind despite your physical circumstances? Because that's what many of us do. We judge our lives, what is inside us, what is going on around us. So we've answered a little of that before. Maybe 1 or 2 tips for somebody who wants to do that. I don't have money, I can't make my hair, even when I'm having a menstruation, I can't afford a pad. I've been pastoring here in this church since 2011, and then I've been in youth ministry for over 15 years. I've bought pampers, I've pad, I've bought plenty pad, I've given money to make hair. When I was a single pastor, single man, I've done that. I know that a lot of them like that. How can their self-esteem be enhanced and encouraged? I think you should just turn that one for the maker. How can their mind be upgraded so that the experiences of their lives will then follow suit with their mind? I believe we change on the inside, everything outside follows suit. So maybe 1 or 2 things about that.
As I was growing up, I noticed that the money that my mind was imagining, I could not tell people around me. Because if I mention that kind of money, they would look at me like, are you crazy or what? How in this world can somebody
like you
have that kind of money? The first time I ever opened my mouth to mention some figures that was actually coming to my mind, it was when I was 7. And I mentioned it to one alpha. I could remember I had this beautiful business plan that I wanted to do, and I needed money. I needed a sum of 8.8 million naira to actually execute the project. And I told him that, I said, if only I could raise 8.8 million naira, hey, business will change my life, will change my story. And the alpha was looking at me because his salary was about 18,000 naira then. I was also earning 19,800 without any other support. He looked at me. He said, Comfort, calm down. I know you are ambitious, but in reality, where can you get that kind of money? And I could remember. The first time I saw that kind of money in my account, I was so emotional because it was that same figure. The money did not come that year. As a matter of fact, at some point, I left that business. I said, okay, maybe I should look for another business that does not require huge amount of money. Then I needed 150,000 naira to execute this amazing project again, and I couldn't raise it. I couldn't. I called. Somebody promised, said, that is beautiful, and he did not. He promised to send money. He did not send money. That was when I was 7. I approached Stanbic Bank. I said, my Nana, who is always coming into this account? Loan me money now. Let me do business. And be removing it from my account. Before they don't do that, even salary workers, they stopped giving them loans. So I went home disappointed. But in my mind, my mind was seeing big money, was picturing big money and big businesses that I could not. If I had discussed it with people around me, they would just laugh and say, you are just being unrealistic.
Yeah.
It finally happened, and when it did, I remembered, and I cried. I saw the money, I couldn't do any. I was supposed to do a transaction with the money. I left the money, I was just looking at it over and over again for a week till I was okay enough to actually use the money.
Wow. Now from that, I think we can pick a lesson from that. There are sometimes some adults use their experiences of life to kill inspirations in younger ones. So we need wisdom. And then, like we had a training in church recently on goal setting, and we taught about SMART. So while it is specific, measurable, wherever, the place of being realistic and all that still comes into it. But we should not allow experiences, circumstances to destroy that inspiration. Thank you so much. Now, just one you answered, the other one is maybe yes or no, and maybe the guidance. The first one, somebody is asking, listen, I've written some books or, and he's trying to sell online. Then generally now, people that want to sell online, what are few ideas you want to share about selling stuff online?
Okay, you have to be really, really hungry. Hungry in the sense that you have to give yourself a target. And like my case, I knew that if I did not come up with an idea that would generate money, for my sister's wedding, as in I won't have anything to wear. You understand? So it was like a do or die affair. You understand? So the market is saturated, but at the same time you have to go the extra mile. I mentioned it earlier that you have to look for hungry markets. Take for instance someone who is coming under the sun, very, very thirsty, and you offer the person very chill water. That okay, oh, I'm selling this 50 naira, 100 naira. The person will buy without even processing it. You understand? Because the person is thirsty. So look for someone who actually need your product desperately. You understand? So
and you won't need to beg.
You don't beg. You don't have to
They
beg.
will be begging you.
They will beg you.
Good. Sometimes we have something to offer that is not meeting the need of the people or meeting the need of the wrong set of people. So thank you for that. Somebody is asking. Now in Lautech they do IT 6 months. How many months now? 2 months. 3 months. Okay now. Now then let me just say this. They do IT for 6 months. There will be a restoration in Jesus' name. They do IT, or when somebody wants to serve, or during break they want to come and learn. Is that opportunity in Teach Farmer? Then also, do you run seminars, trainings? Are you grooming? Are you mentoring people and all that? Somebody would like to know about.
For the sake of this program,
okay.
Some few persons can come to Tush Farmer to come and do their IT.
Thank you,
The accommodation is going to be sorted.
Wait, how many people for this summit? Wait, we will discuss. She's talking to me, I will not talk to you. That I know somewhere that you can do your IT. Then we discuss. Is it cancer is not selling? I want to start consulting. I mean, what consulting task, consulting task. Counseling, some of them don't even use what you are counseling them about. Then I say I'm not fat. I'm not the fat. All right. Now we appreciate that, and there are people watching online. Somebody will hear somewhere somehow. Now, can we make it that we recommend them?
Yes, please. Yes.
Good.
On recommendation.
Right. Good. So at any time there is need for that, and route it through us so that you can be sure you are coming from here. Is that okay? We appreciate you so much for that. What is it, man?